Okay, so your girl is doing her first live today. So I know nobody is online right now because they're probably getting ready for their New Year's plans. But I wanted to make this live just because I have been wanting every single year for the past 4 years, 4 or 3 years, I've been doing a recap of the year before on my YouTube channel. And this year I have just been so busy. I haven't been able to make a lot of videos for you guys. And so one video that it's just like I need to have on my channel, it does not matter how, is my recap videos, because not only do I want to show you guys everything that I have accomplished from the day before, but I also want to show you guys everything. But this is also something that I do is throughout the year whenever I'm having a really tough time, I typically go back to my recap videos just to see how much I have done throughout that year, to remind myself that I have accomplished a lot of things and I'm not stuck in the same place. So I wanted to make sure to do that. And so instead of just rushing and editing a video and making it not how I want it to be, I decided that I'm just gonna go on live here and give you guys exactly my recap on 2020, because you guys know this year has been different, super different. And don't mind my nails because these two popped off. It's okay. So if you have watched my videos on how I did my recaps from the previous years, I usually do go off of my notebook, but this year I actually did a vision board. So a vision board, I did make a whole video on this as well, but a vision board is pretty much just where you take pictures that you want to achieve throughout the year and you put it on a board, and then you put the board where you will see it every single morning. So instead of just going down the list on my notebook, I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and just take my vision board and just give you guys, and then just go through each of the pictures, tell you guys what they mean, and then I also, if I accomplished it or if I'm not, or if I'm currently working on still accomplishing it. So this is my vision board right here. You know, it's not as fresh as it was when I first made it, but we still like it. So I made so many things in this vision board. I didn't put too much to where it was hard to accomplish, but I'm happy to say that most of the stuff that I put on here, I end up accomplishing this year with everything that is going on. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start off with the first row, and then I'll just go down like that. So the first thing right here is me. So I put a couple pictures of me. I think I put 2 pictures of myself on here. And I put those pictures because I really wanted to find myself this year. I've always struggled with not really knowing myself, if that makes sense. Like, I knew myself, but I always knew myself as a person who's always trying to be perfect. And this year, I feel like this didn't really hit until the end of the year. Like right now, like I'm feeling this stuff right now. I'm finding out that I work better when I'm not trying to be perfect all the time. And so that is what so I put myself on there for that reason. And I would say right now I have not accomplished learning everything about myself. I think I'm at a point right now where I still need to learn some more about myself to really understand like my situation right now, or just me as a person, like me just growing and stuff. And also I'm turning 20 this next coming up year, next month. And there's a lot to go into that in itself, and I feel like I'm just still kind of confused, but I do know more about like myself this year, but not as much as I wanted to. Let me clear off this camera because it kind of like no. There we go. Okay. No, it just looks the same. Oh well. So that was the first thing. So the next thing is going to be hair length. So even though everybody keeps thinking this is my real hair, because I can see why, but honey, it's not. It's not. I wish it was, but it's not. So I end up putting this on here just because not a whole lot of me wanting this length. It's the health of the hair. I've always sorry guys. I've always just had long hair growing up. Like I've never really went through a point in life where my hair was just extremely short. The shortest it's been is probably about to here. That's like the shortest it have ever been. But I don't know. Like I keep my hair healthy enough for it to grow, obviously, but I don't keep it healthy enough for it to look healthy as I feel like it is. So this year I really took time and care into my hair to make it a lot more, like a lot better when it came to like what my ends look like and like hairstyles in itself, and I think I did a good job with that. So then the next thing that I have on here is a ring. I wanted to win a championship ring this year for volleyball. Now, this goal wasn't accomplished because of COVID. So my volleyball season was moved to this next coming up season. So I cannot get that this year, obviously, which I was kind of upset about. And I don't know how I really feel about this goal right now. I don't know. Just because I don't know how I really feel about volleyball right now. Us not playing when we usually play, which is at the beginning of the school year, has really taken a lot of motivation from me. Like, I don't know. I just felt like volleyball just wasn't something I really want to do. I'm still kind of confused about it. I still want to stay into volleyball just because that is the easiest way for me to get a degree and not have to pay for a whole bunch, and also helps me keep my grades really high. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, this year I feel like I lost the love that I used to play with this. So I don't know if this will make it onto next year's vision board, but I have it on there. Now, this one is the most exciting one, and that is the YouTube 1,000 subscribers. Now, I want to talk about this one mainly because this would have to be the biggest goal out of all of them that I wanted to hit this year. So, when it came to YouTube is something I really find a whole bunch of joy in. Like, I really love YouTube and like everything about it. So the thing that was hard, the one thing that I wanted though was to have 1,000 subscribers. Why? Because 1,000 subscribers was what I felt like was like that threshold that I had to break through. So I've been doing YouTube for about like 3 years, even before I even really took it seriously. And I didn't take it seriously because I felt like I should have gotten subscribers faster. And the thing is, I didn't get subscribers faster at all. And I kept taking so many breaks, and I'm still kind of bad at that now, is taking a lot of breaks like throughout the year. But I would take like long breaks. Like, it'll be months before I upload another video. Me now, it just takes like a couple weeks and then I'll upload. But hitting 1,000 subscribers for me was more of saying that I accomplished something that I really worked hard for. I feel like I mentioned this somewhere else, but I have kind of like a personality. Like, I don't really, main reason why I put myself on this vision board is I just feel so confused with myself. Like, all throughout school, like elementary school, middle school, high school, and like everything I did, it was all based off of things that weren't really me. Like I don't know, like I showed myself as a really nice, cheery girl or whatever because I didn't want to get that black girl stereotype on me. So people pretty much always picked me for stuff, and I was just naturally good at a lot of things. But because of like my height, like it's weird, but like because of my height and how I carried myself, it really made things easy for me to get. Like, it was easy for me. And then also like how my parents are, a lot of the things were just given to me. And this is the first thing that I actually had to work on myself. So hitting 1,000 subscribers this year was so great for me because it made me feel like I actually worked super hard for something, that I did not have anybody trying, like, doing everything for me. And that's what I felt like my whole entire life. And YouTube is the only thing that I feel like, nothing but what I feel like, everything that goes through my head and what I want to have and everything that I want to be hardworking in, it's put into YouTube because nobody else can help me with that but me, if that makes sense. So then the next thing on here is my quote. So I have two quotes on here, and this is just to help me, especially when I'm having a really hard day and I really need something. This one says, Glow Getter, says, a driven, busy gal who strives to achieve her goals in life while obtaining a beautiful glow both inside and out. So I need that just to remember that even though I'm working hard, and I really wish I had this hanging up when I started Vlogmas, because this quote would have helped me a lot. And it's like, even though you're being busy and you're working really hard, you still need to understand that you are beautiful inside and out. Like, you have that light that people see in you inside and out. And that's the thing, is I felt like I was so busy that I didn't take my I didn't understand that. Like, I really didn't understand that, and I really, really wish I did understand that, because that would have helped me a lot. So that is, but this is one of the quotes that I had throughout the year. So the next two on here is just decorating my room. So I loved my old setup, but I needed something different. I felt like I was never really satisfied with my room. I felt like my room only peaked in the day, but at night it would just be so dim. So luckily this actually worked out for me this year. I ended up redoing my whole entire room. As you guys can see, I'm still working on finishing my room. It's still not finished, but just the fact that I changed up a lot that was in my room, it really, really helped me. And this was what I was going for. I was going for more of a glam but highlighted, but also boho look at the same time. And I definitely got the highlighted and glam part, but I'm still trying to get the boho look into it. So hopefully in 2021 I will get that. So now on to the second row. So we're going to start over here. So the first one is going to be the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So with me, I always get the odd number of the phone. So like 1, 3, 5, 7, now the 11, because they skipped over some of the odd numbers. But so I ended up getting the iPhone 11, and I really, really wanted this phone just because my old phone was really like, it was wearing down. I had the iPhone 7 Plus, and so I really wanted this particular phone. And I mentioned it in a video, I can't remember, but I mentioned it. And what I literally said to myself when I put this on there, I want the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I want it in silver, and I want it to be 200 and not 200, 156 gig. And lo and behold, out of nowhere, I ended up getting it. And I was so happy about that, because I didn't even have to end up paying for it, which I was actually planning on paying for it, because I like to pay for my stuff in full. But I ended up getting the phone for pretty much free. And I was really happy about that, because that was a goal that, like, literally when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing works. Because there was no reason, like, the day, like, it was not like it was leading up, like I knew it. Like, no, one day I woke up, and then like a couple hours, like as I was getting ready throughout the day, I had the phone. Like, it was definitely a weird thing, but that happened. The next thing I have on here is a Tesla. So what I wanted to incorporate into my vision boards going on, and also for this first one, is that I want to also put in a couple of big goals onto my vision board. And so one of the things was going to be, I put on there, was a Tesla. Now because that was supposed to be my dream car, but now how I feel is I kind of have a different dream car, which is okay. You can change up your dream. But I did have a Tesla. I felt like those were like super cool cars, and cars like I really, really wanted, like a car I really, really wanted, because I felt like it was super high tech. Maybe I'll still want it later on, but for right now, I want a different car, which you guys will see when I make my vision board for 2021. So that was something I put on there. And so then here's my second quote. This was like the quote that got me through the 8 months, the first 8 months. This is the quote that got me through quarantine, okay? Because beginning of quarantine, I thought all my goals were going out the window. I really did. I felt like everything wasn't working out because I didn't have a job because of COVID, and I felt like there was nothing I can get. So this is the quote. It says, "When you start to feel like things should have been better this year, remember the mountains and valleys that that get you here. They are not accidents, and those moments weren't in vain. You are not the same. You have grown, and you are growing. You are breathing. You are living. You are wrapped in endless, boundless grace, and things will get better. There is more to you than yesterday." And that really got me through quarantine, because like everybody just did not know what was going on. Like nobody knew. Like none of us from this generation has experienced something like this. And so nobody knew what was going on, and I just kept reading that every single time. Like I felt like I was just going to be stuck in my room all the time. I felt like I couldn't achieve my goals because I wasn't out there. I just would read that, and I would feel a little bit better. And So I really, really love that quote. That was actually my favorite one out of the two. So hopefully I can find me a really good one for 2021 as well. So this this picture right here is just pretty much another picture of like the glam theme I wanted to go about for my room. And then this one right here, this one is for organization and being a boss lady. It just gave me boss lady vibes, gave me very much calm and collected and have your stuff together. And I feel like I did good, but then I also feel like I didn't do good with this. I feel like I didn't let myself procrastinate a lot this year, like to where I wouldn't do it, but I did let myself procrastinate to where it would take me to deadlines. Like me with uploading a video, like it's really hard for me to like keep up with that because like I will literally do it at the deadline. And this is something I'm going to bring in to next year is that like it's although like my one of my main goals with this picture was to be more organized and to get more things done, I need to get it done to where I don't feel stressed out before or during that I'm doing it. That makes sense because I feel like I'll get stuff done. Like I'm a person who gets stuff done, but I always wait to the last minute to where it's just stressful and I can't enjoy it. And so for my YouTube videos, mainly like I don't know if anybody else notices this about my channel, but like a lot of times when I do these talks, it's usually about YouTube. It's because I really like it. But when it comes to that though, it's like with my videos, I want them to be so good this year. Like I have finally mastered the algorithm of knowing how the algorithm works. But now I have to really work on my content and niching down my content. At first I didn't want to niche down my content, but I think I really need to just to get that threshold of supporters and also for you guys to have some content that you know is going to be happening on my channel. And that is something I'm going to have to do in 2021. So this picture we have not yet accomplished, but we are still working on, and we were working on it in 2020. So the next picture is going to be the Canon EOS M50, Canon M50 EOS, one of those two, but it was a camera. I needed a camera. I've been using my phone since 2017 and I needed a camera so bad. So I luckily came up on some money and was actually got this camera. And if you guys, that's one of my most viewed videos on my channel, and it's literally, it was my favorite thing to get because I really wanted that camera. It with me, when it comes to stuff, I have to really research it, really make sure I really want it, and that was the camera that I want. And it was funny because like at the beginning when I first had the camera, I really couldn't figure out like how to get the quality, and now I really know how to get the quality down packed, and I love that camera, like I really do. Only problem is the battery, but other than that, it's a pretty good camera. So this picture right here was to find my style, and the funny thing is, this isn't even my style, like at all. Like this, if you catch me wearing this, you're gonna ask me what is wrong. Like literally, like I don't dress like this at all anymore. In 2019, I struggled a lot with outfits. So this is kind of weird because it's like, why do you struggle with outfits? But me, my style is a way for me to, you know, express myself, get to know myself. Like, you know, like I like dressing up to school. Like I started dressing up to school freshman year of high school, and I have been doing it since. But I felt like I was jumping around, like how I am with my videos, like jumping around to what niche I wanted to be in, and I couldn't find anything. It would just frustrate me because every single time I would go shopping, I would get super excited about the stuff, and then I would go on YouTube, watch a haul, and get so mad that I bought the stuff because it's not stuff that I would wear. And so I finally did find my style though. I wear mainly streetwear outfits, like baggy clothes and stuff. I used to wear like some tight stuff, and it would just like make me feel very uncomfortable. So now I really like that I found my style, and this really, really helped me because in the summer, this summer, that's when I really found it, and I really like went with it, and I really like it. Like I love dressing like it. It's easy to dress like it. It's comfortable, and everybody likes it. So I like it a lot. So the next thing was for me to read more this year, and this one didn't go through. I'm gonna be honest. This one didn't happen. It really didn't happen. I went through a phase where I was just so freaking excited about like reading business books, and then like as soon as I finished, I just never grabbed another one. And but we're gonna bring this into 2021 though, because I do need to start reading a lot more. I feel like we can just get so much information from the internet, but I feel like real information is from books, and so I really need to get into books. The next thing is something for a second there, I was accomplishing it, and then I went to school and it screwed me up, and that was to eat healthier. It just didn't happen, okay? I was like in the summer, I was working out, like I had a trainer, me and my friend trained, like we were training and we were doing like everything we were supposed to. And then I went to school and the cafeteria didn't have good food. And at the time I only had a microwave, so then that didn't help out. So I didn't end up getting a good, a good meal in me. So then the next thing is going to be this picture right here. So this picture shows a map and a camera. I wanted to travel a lot this year, but because of COVID, your girl couldn't do too much. But I did actually go on my first road trip by myself this year, and I'm so happy about it, because even though it was like such a small road trip, it was just fun just to know that I can get out still and stuff. So I ended up just taking a trip to one of our other big cities that's in my state, and I took some pictures. It was cute, it was fun, and 2021, hopefully we can travel more. But that one I really was taken out of my hands. I really could do it. But I actually did go somewhere else. I went to Dallas, which was not the smartest idea, because Dallas at the time was the highest COVID. But we protected ourselves, so we didn't end up getting COVID, because I ended up getting tested like 2 days after. So we didn't end up getting COVID, so it was cool, but definitely don't want to do that again. But I took like a 1 day trip with my friend Lariah and her sisters, and it was fun. It was really fun. We just went on a shopping trip because it was like, I think it was like her birthday or something, or back to school shopping, but it was really fun. The next thing, it was stacking that paper. And baby, when I tell you I stacked that paper, I stacked the paper. Now I'm not gonna say how. I'm just like, no. I ended up got to come up on some money because of COVID. My job, we couldn't work, obviously, because I worked in the mall, and we couldn't work. And so they told me as soon as I got back, and I like pretty much just told them like I'm back, and I found out like we're not opening up anymore. They told me just to get on unemployment or whatever. And so I did, and like I got on it right when I was supposed to, and so I was able to stack up my money. But I didn't want you guys to think like, oh, like all those other people needed it and stuff like that, which I do understand. But I wasn't just using the money just for me, because at the time my mom, she couldn't work because of COVID, and like we just had like a lot of stuff to where it was just like financially really hard on our family. And because she made too much, well, it's either because she made too much or because she applied for the unemployment before they were issuing out the 600 a week, she couldn't get it. So I was helping out a lot there. So I don't want you guys to think like, oh my gosh, like this girl, like she just bought everything. No, but I am a good saver. I've always said that I am a good saver, and so that's why I say I stacked up on a lot of money, because I did end up saving a lot of that money, and I was able to just take care of myself and my mom and stuff. So I didn't have to worry about a lot of things like that. So that's how I stacked up money, and I actually ended up saving enough to buy me a new car. So it was funny that I did not put a new car on this vision board, because at the time I needed a new car. But anyway, I ended up buying a car with this money, and also having money saved over. So definitely stacked up on my money. So definitely put some money on your vision board if you need some more money. Now on to the last row. So at this time I was thinking about apartments. I really don't know why, but I was thinking about apartments, and I'm gonna let you know now. I'm still thinking about apartments. I still think I'm going to end up getting one. So I don't really know. It depends on my school situation if I'm just going to go to school or I'm going to play after, but I do still want to do that. So this picture right here, this picture is just showing this girl as a boss lady, and that's how I wanted to feel in 2020. And I felt like that. I'm gonna lie. I feel like I set the mark for a lot of things to go right for myself, and I feel like it. I felt like I was handling business like for a cool minute. Like I don't think I really went on a fall off spiral until I came back from school. Yeah, that's literally it. Like I felt like I was doing everything I was supposed to, even during the pandemic and also during like, all the rioting and stuff, and I just felt like I was doing what I was doing. Like I was supposed to do, and I felt like a boss lady, I guess. So the next picture is just going to be another picture of me. So I made this more of a smiling picture just because I just wanted to be happy. Like, I don't know, at the end of every year, I get into this depressive stage. Either, like, I was just talking to myself, because, I talk to myself or whatever. It's not weird. It's not weird. But I was just talking to myself earlier today, and I was like, every single year, I'm either very sick or I'm depressed. Every single new year. Every single new year, I'm either sick or depressed. And this year, I really wanted to beat that. That's why I put this lighted up picture in here. Sadly, it just did not go up as planned when it came to that one. And, it's okay. I still feel like I'm going to keep trying for that. But for right now, I did not pass that one. So the next picture is just going to be another bedroom picture, apartment picture, and then another picture of a Tesla on the board. On the board. Yeah, on the board. This is a vision board. On the board. So I wanted to go through a little bit of my personal goals. Like, those are personal goals, but like some of those were more of just things that I need to buy. So I wanted to just go into a little bit more personal goals that I kind of really wanted to get into for 2020. So I wanted to stick with the same friend group. I wanted to make sure that, my friends who have stuck around me, like, they stayed around me. And I would say for the most part, I have actually gained more really good friends this year. Like, and I really like that because one thing I struggled with a lot in 2019, like the very beginning of 2019, all the way up until my freshman year of college, was I felt like I didn't have friends. I felt like I didn't have really a lot of friends or whatever, and I really, really wanted to have that with me. And so now I do feel like I have that. And then I also wanted to just be more on top of like my stuff. I feel like I was just so out of control with like trying to figure out things just like in just daily life. And one thing that I have been doing that works every time is I have to write a list. Whenever I know I have a lot to do, I don't have a lot to do, or just daily structure, I just write out a list, and I write out a very detailed list. Like, it's so detailed. Like, literally says, wake up, go brush your teeth, go wash your face, make your bed, like stuff like that. Like, would I do that without a list? Yes, but for some reason I just have to have it on my list to make sure, not to make sure I do it, because those are common hygiene things to do, but at the same time, if I have that, if I start marking off little things, it's easier for me to get those big things done and to mark them off, instead of just putting a whole bunch of big things that's supposed to be happening during that day and then trying to rush and get them fixed up. But it just helps me, so I've been doing that as well. So yeah. So something I feel like I failed at is I wasn't as positive as I wanted to be this year. I would make an excuse because of COVID, but really it was just me mentally. I just feel like I was just being super negative for things that I shouldn't be negative about. So hopefully we'll get that down pack in 2021. So yeah, guys. Yeah, guys, I do feel like in 2020 I went in with a lot of motivation, a lot of like desire, a lot of like just hard work ethic. Like I feel like I went in with like a big plan, and I feel like that's what helped me, because a lot of these things I'm telling you, like I worked towards until I came home from school for Christmas or winter break. Like literally, I was fine. Like I was doing stuff. Like even when I wasn't uploading, I was making sure my schoolwork was in order, and I was making sure that I had like my adult things I was supposed to have done. And when I came back from school, I don't know. I feel like I just dropped, and I think it's because I overworked myself. And what I'm gonna be doing over the next couple of days is trying to figure out what that was. Was it because I was working too hard? Was it because I wasn't paying attention to what I needed, like personally for myself? And I'm gonna figure that out so I can make a better, to do better next year, because I just feel like, but also I kind of blame that on our season being off. Like I don't know about y'all, like if you're a college athlete, like your girl or something, but our season being off this year has definitely taken a toll on your girl. I don't know why, but it's taking the most toll. I feel like if I would have played, I would have accomplished way more on this list if I would have played. I don't know why, but I think it was just the fact that we were just practicing every day and not playing. And I felt like I was always in the gym. Felt like I was doing too much stuff like in the gym with volleyball that I usually don't do, because I usually just play. And I just felt like it just wasn't fun or anything. Like it wasn't fun at all. And also I was with a whole bunch of new people. 2020 met a whole bunch of new people that weren't my people. That's how I'm gonna say it. That weren't my people. They weren't my kind of people. And I felt like at school I was just in such a uncomfortable position. I think that's another reason at school. Like I felt mainly alone at school throughout the whole semester, just because I didn't really mess with anybody at my school. I felt like, I don't know. I think me having older friends has to do with that, because they're more mature, and then these kids are just coming out of high school, or like are still in a high school state, and I was just not messing with it. So me being at school definitely took a big toll, and to hide that, I would work hard in school, volleyball, or YouTube, and it just took a lot because I never really faced it, like that feeling that I was feeling. And then when I came home, I got to feel that. And then I started to feel that like that week when I came home for Thanksgiving break. And then I tried to hide it again with Vlogmas, and I just couldn't do it. So I think that's why this month it was just super hard, was because I never really dealt with that. So guys, we might have just found out why the heck I was feeling like that. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, guys, so you guys are probably tired of me talking. I know like one or two of you guys have been watching me off and on. So thanks for stopping in and guys seeing my 2020 recap. I really wanted to get this up for you guys to see everything I accomplished, especially if you watched my recap from last year, from 2019, and you want to see how my 2020 went, and also for myself, just to, reflect on and go back. And yeah, guys, I don't know what else to talk about. I don't even know how to end this. Oh my gosh. How you end the life? Okay, anyways, guys, I will see you guys in 2021, and I'll have a new intro, I'll have a new outro, I'll have a new theme song, I'll have a new everything for you guys. Like, I'm so freaking excited, especially for my intro, because I know you guys love my intro from last year, but we gotta switch it up. It can't be the same, but I am gonna stick with that type of style, because I know you guys really like that, and I feel like it really explains my channel a lot. And I like that too. So yeah, I'll see you guys next year. Bye. Okay, why did I do that? Because I don't even know. Did I just press the A? Okay, yeah.